Obi death wish. Group condemns Tinubu for keeping mum. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news update. Please click on the notification bell. Supporters of Mr. Peter Obi operating under the aegis of Peter Obi Support Network, POSN, has knocked the presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for keeping mum over a death wish article written by his aide and published in the Nation newspaper. In a statement by Adegbite Adekunle, Deputy Director of Communications, POSN, which was sent to Daily Post on Wednesday in Abuja, he said it was unpatriotic for Tinubu not to openly condemn the obituary column written by one of his aides, Mr. Sam Omasaye, and published on Monday by Tinubu's newspaper, The Nation. On Monday, Mr. Sam Omasaye had published an article which he captioned Obituary. Reacting, the group accused Tinubu's camp of praying and wishing the Labour Party candidate dead for the second time in 3 weeks. They alleged that Tinubu supporters were stoking ethnic and religious politics. On ethnicity, the group asserted Tinubu was the only presidential candidate who said, "It is my turn." It is the Yoruba's turn. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and others accentuated it with their ethnic comments and actions. According to them, the All Progressive Congress standard flag bearer was the only one who disregarded the religious plurality in his choice of running mate, thereby making the religion a talking point in this campaign season. The group also challenged the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, as the electoral umpire not to be indifferent to the excesses of Tinubu's supporters. Well. This is not the time for this, so nobody should lose focus. It's not the time to come out and say, I know, yes, some things, the past things, but I think it is time to let go. It is time where you are going to hear, just breeze up. Like I said, breeze up. Make sure you're a shock absorber and your level of tolerance this time. You drink a whole bottle of self-control. In fact, if possible, drink a whole bucket. Because as the campaign is going on, you are going to be noticing things that is going to be very, very nauseating to you. You are not going to be able to stomach it. You must tell yourself to stomach. No matter the candidate you are supporting, you will see things that will provoke you. Things that you read, this person will write this thing, this person is too rough, the person they're too savage. You must not come out. You must say, that is not a bone of contention. What we are after here, what each and every well-meaning Nigeria is after, is to have somebody or to find somebody who is competent enough, who will go to that position or get to that position, and we are going to heave a sigh of relief. That is it. Each and every one of us that are well-meaning in Nigeria, we want somebody that will get there. In no distant time, we are going to be going, thank God. That is what we want. Somebody who will come in and things will start taking a better shape. Things will start looking a little bit fine. Not you talk, say, you no talk, say. It is not even time for it at all. Because as far as I'm concerned, every campaign, each and every presidential candidate, they have people who are too extreme. They have the good, they have the bad, and they have the ugly. Each campaign team, they have people who are too extreme. They have people who tolerate, and they have people who they are just indifferent. If you tell them anything, they don't mind. They don't care. What did Obi say when one of his supporters said on social media that they will kill anybody that says anything against Obi? Why are you now crying? This is why I always say that we should mind how we say things. No matter on whose side of the table you are seated. You are seated on the opposite side of Obi. You are seated on the opposite side of Tinubu. You are seated on the opposite side of Atiku, of Omoyele Somore, of Rabiu Musa Kwankwa. So please, mind what you say. Mind what you say. You can air your views without having to come out and sound threatening. Please. You people are terribly slick. sick. When your fellow imbecile change the name of Tinubu to Tinubu, did your Obi caution them? Or you're not aware that empty-headed followers of Obi usually abuse Tinubu and whoever supports him on social media on a daily basis? Well, let me say this. Like I said, I expect the worst. This season of campaign, you will see if you are the ones that take things seriously or more. Now you say you go vest tire. Then you say you go to boil for nothing. Don't waste your energy. This is a time to, this election period, in as much as I'm concerned, we are all doing it so that we are going to get somebody who will make life a little bit fair for all of us. And I also want to believe that even others are also doing the same thing. All Nigerians, we are looking forward to having a candidate that is going to. So, Tinubu's supporters, they are not in charge. Tinubu is not in charge of his supporters the same way Mr. Peter Obi is not in charge of his supporters. Make we take him like that. You understand? Make we take him like that. There are some things, whether I like it or not, that will be said about each of the candidates. That's each candidate. And it is possible that those candidates themselves do not even know that it says such a thing about them. Yes, it is 100% possible. So this should not be the bone of contention. Okay. Tinubu first brought up death when he said they will labor to death. I beg, this is not the bone of contention. I've said it to Labour Party. Look, almost everything that is happening is like they're telling you people, they're giving people ideas. They came out and say you labor to death. That means they say make they hustle well. They say, please, keep marketing your candidate. Keep working hard. Keep telling people, convincing people, evangelizing the gospel of voting somebody who is competent into power. Look at it that way. They come out again and said, there are some places that have not gotten to. It's a feedback. You do what? You double your hustle. You work twice as hard and twice as much so that your people who are not P2B supporters, they'll be able to convince more people. I mean, almost everything they say, if you take it as feedback, like I always say, you take away the ones that are not useful and you actually take the useful. There's going to be useful things in whatever reply you get or in whatever negative reply you get, and it's going to serve a very good purpose. Okay, of the Tinubu supporters and that of Obi whose excesses is to be checked, PWB supporting group wants Tinubu aid to be sanctioned for publishing Obituary which really contains Obi in it, but forget the unquantified amount of insults and abuses that have rained on other individuals at different occasions. The truth of the matter is, this election period, a lot of people have, if you see the kind of insult that I'm even seeing here, some have insulted each other, some have called themselves a lot of names without knowing each other, all because they're supporting this candidate and that candidate. Please be civil in whoever you choose to support, and also make sure you're using equity, fairness, and justice and competency as a measuring yard for your candidate. Okay, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come,